at least anything better than school, to be honest, and things just take a turn for the worse. But before we get into this video, I really appreciate if you guys could leave a like on the video. That'd be insanely awesome, and let me know down in the comment section below if you ever gone on it's gone horribly wrong or something happened. I don't know, tell me your stories. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that really helps out. Also, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing a giveaway with a couple friends, and we're going to be giving away 4 $50 Amazon gift cards. If you want a chance to win any of those gift cards, all you have to do is go down into the description. I've got a link to the giveaway down there. It's on the Gleam website, so just click on that and you can enter there. But let's get back to the video. And the number 5 spot, we've got a bunch of kids that were inside of this bus. They were going back to school because they just gotten done with their field trip, which was at the Johnson Space Center. And it turns out things didn't end up going to plan, considering obviously it's on this list, but the school bus actually crashed on the highway going back.
Let's get right to video now of an accident that sent 18 Cleveland ISD students to area hospitals for precautionary reasons. It also scared a lot of parents up in the Cleveland area and created a lot of driving headaches for commuters this afternoon. Now, the parents of those children were, some of them came down here because of the pictures of that school bus were just kind of terrifying. The children on their way home from a field trip to the Johnson Space Center when their bus and an 18-wheeler somehow collided on the East Tex Freeway near Will Clayton Parkway. Now, that's just by the big airport. Again, the good news, the students who were hospitalized are expected to be fine. They were taken there for precautionary reasons, according to emergency responders. And again, more good news. Traffic, as you can see behind me, is back to normal on the East Tex Freeway.
Moving on to number 4, this isn't necessarily a field trip that went wrong, but it actually got canceled, and there's a whole big controversy behind this one. It's very controversial, but basically what happened was, every year at this school, they would go to some coffee shop and meet Santa Claus, these kids, and they'd sit on his lap, do that kind of thing. It was a field trip that they had, a tradition, and eventually one Jewish mother kind of made a complaint about this, and got this entire thing canceled. The Jewish mom said that it was like an inclusion issue, and that other religions should be involved as well, not just one religion mainly. Not surprising whatsoever, this turned into a complete and total religious firefight controversy in the entire town, and some of the parents understood. A lot of the parents were pissed off, and there was a lot of protesters at the school, and the thing was just a fiasco, to be honest with you. Now, because this one's a really controversial one, I want to ask you guys what you think about it. Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comment section.
Dozens of parents gave the board of the Cambrian School District an earful.
Bring back the field trip, now in the spirit of inclusion.
A field trip to a local cafe to see Santa has been a decade-long tradition at Sartoret Elementary School, but one mother, who is Jewish, complained to the school board.
We need to teach about all the holidays. We live in a global society.
She says she's now been bullied by other parents and told she'd ruin Santa.
I had some parents that called me a communist, said that I didn't want any holidays.
The superintendent says policies are now under review.
Our imperative, again, is inclusion and to make sure we're representing all the beliefs and cultures. So the conversation we're having right now is very vital and important.
Last time I looked at my church, it was Jesus on the cross, not Santa up there. I looked twice.
But parents saved their harshest criticism for the district itself, saying all parents should have been included in the discussion rather than letting one person decide for everyone.
This approach by our district of asking for forgiveness after a decision affecting so many of our kids is unacceptable, and parents have a right to be angry.
And that you guys make a decision off one person instead of representing all of us and talking or asking for some feedback from the community.
How do you know number 3? I know the title of this video says school field trips gone wrong, but this is a daycare field trip gone wrong. I don't care if you have a problem with it, okay? But this one, what happened was this field trip took a couple kids from this daycare to go to a water park, and the lady that took them just apparently decided, you know what, we're not going to bring any sunscreen. She forgot to bring it. I don't know how you forget to bring sunscreen when it's like 110 degrees outside, heat index-wise, and you're taking care of kids in your daycare. I don't know. I think that's just stupid. It just kind of seems like a dumbass move. But 2 of the boys that were there on the field trip ended up getting like sunburned so bad that they were getting huge blisters. Like, these blisters are really bad, and they had to get airlifted to a children's hospital, and basically had to stay there for a little while to get things sorted and under control.
2 Oklahoma boys were airlifted to a Texas children's hospital after a nightmarish field trip to a water park. 7-year-old Connor and 5-year-old Trey Broadway suffered large, painful blisters on their backs and shoulders from severe sunburns. The boys were taken to the park by Happiness is a Learning Center, an Oklahoma daycare. The boys' family said the chaperones neglected to bring sunscreen when the heat index neared 110 degrees. I got off work at 5 p.m. and went to pick them up, and they were clearly burned, Mom, Shauna Broadway, told BuzzFeed News. The employees were actually making fun of my older son because both boys got sunburns, but he was being a, quote, baby and crying about it. The family filed a complaint with local police, who are investigating the incident to see if this is a case of neglect or child abuse.
Moving on to number 2, this one's really bad, but I'm going to be honest with you, okay? When I heard this one, when I at least saw the title of this, I honestly about shit my pants. I know it's terrible, but this girl, she got struck by a crossbow arrow, and if you've ever heard the phrase or the meme that happened back a couple years ago, it was huge, you know, I took an arrow to the knee. This literally fucking happened to her. The craziest thing about this one, though, is that while she was on this field trip, she was just standing outside, and all of a sudden this arrow came and hit her. And clue where it came from, whether it be like a hunter or some random person just shooting off arrows into the sky, no clue whatsoever. And she just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That strange story out of California, where a third-grade girl was playing at recess when a 2-foot-long crossbow arrow fell out of the sky right into her leg. She is going to be okay, but police are working hard to find out how something like this could happen. ABC's John Mueller has the story.
First, I felt the shock and looked down.
She is only 8 years old, but this morning Nadine Hairston is recovering from a bizarre experience few could ever imagine. Being struck by a random arrow darting down from the sky.
I was sliding down the side, but had an arrow in my leg.
It happened Tuesday while Nadine was playing outside on her third-grade class field trip to Berkeley's Lawrence Hall of Science.
She felt a shock in her left leg, so she tried to run, but she couldn't run.
Luckily, the arrow punctured a fleshy part of her leg, missing all major arteries. Her family shared this photo of the arrow before it was surgically removed. Oddly, this isn't the first time a child has been struck by an errant arrow. In Wisconsin last year, 7-year-old Ariana Schneeberg was struck in the back by a hunting arrow while she was pushing a doll stroller.
She doesn't understand why this happened to her when she hadn't done anything wrong.
Now authorities are investigating the Berkeley incident, some speculating that the arrow may have come from a small game hunter or reckless sportsman in the area.
I don't know if they were aiming for me or just the whale. I have no idea.
And finally, the number 1 spot, we're going to end this off with another bus crash, and this one is definitely a lot worse than the first one that I showed you earlier in the video. It's going to show you what the crash looked like how it happened, and also what it does look like now. And it is just a really bad crash. It involved 2 different buses, and on top of that, it involved a truck and a semi-truck, so it was just brutal.
This morning, we're learning more about what happened in the seconds leading up to that tragic bus accident and about the 2 teenage victims. 16-year-old Jessica Brinker was riding on the school bus that crash-landed on top of 2 trucks. Jessica was sitting in back at the point of impact. Of the more than 50 band members traveling on 2 buses to an amusement park, she was the only one killed. Her family released this statement last night saying Jessica had asked that all friends in the event of her death wear bright colors to celebrate her short life here on this planet and to rejoice in her new life with Christ.
It's just total shock because it's like losing a member of your family.
The other victim, 19-year-old Daniel Schatz, a former quarterback at the University of Missouri, son of a state politician. He was in the pickup truck underneath this bus.
Just a great kid. It's gonna be hard.
Police say it all happened when the bus driver passed another car.
She was looking into her mirrors, either to the left or right. She took her eyes off the road.
Directly in her path, Schatz's pickup truck had slammed into a tractor trailer. The bus crashed into his pickup. The bus behind it slammed into the first.
I looked out the window, we heard a big bang, and I saw a tire fly by.
Passengers described the bus filling with diesel fumes, the fear it was about to explode, and the help of Good Samaritans who rescued girls pinned under crushed seats.
Those are the clips that I have for today's video. Hope that you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. If we create 10,000 likes, that would be insanely awesome. I really appreciate that. Also, make sure to comment down below and tell me which one of these clips was the craziest one to you, and let me know if you've ever been on a field trip where something went wrong, and tell me your story about it if you want to. I don't know what your life is like, if something crazy happened or not, but if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because that really helps out, and if you want to see another video kind of similar to this one, make sure to go ahead and check out one of my last videos. I linked something else that involves like kids or school, probably like top 5 kids who got caught sneaking out or something like that. I'll leave a link to that down in the description and also an annotation in the outro screen if you want to go check that out. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Chill bang, bitches.
Bye.